Hey folks, Justin Thayer. Today I'm in the beautiful Cottage Grove, Oregon. I am at the American Legion here and I want to touch on a little subject that I call a mental overload avoidance. Mental overload avoidance. And here's what I mean by that. Almost my lack of organization made me be productive. Okay, let me explain what that means. I don't write lists. I had a lot of people in my life tell me, my father, write a list, keep a list, write things down, write a list. Never did pick up the habit of writing a list. Okay? And in different genres, time and time again, I found myself to be more successful than others. There can only be one top car salesman. There can only be one supervisor in a foundry. Okay? There can only be one statistically top listing broker in Lane County in real estate. Okay? And I've done that with my, it's kind of flipping it around. Okay? Why don't I make lists? Number one, it's, if you're making a list, you should be just knocking things out on that list already. You shouldn't even have to think of what you need to do. What I'm talking about is in a work environment or a work context where you're sitting down once a day or the beginning of the day or the night before and you're writing this list down. Number one, you're wasting your time writing the list. You should have been knocking the things out that needed done. And I prioritize in this way. I generalize things. There are no more than 3 things on my calendar in a day that I need to get done, but it's general things. You know, I need to do marketing on this or that listing. I need to make these phone calls, right? I need to put signs or remove signs from these houses. That's usually kind of the extent of the list that I make. And those are mental things, things that I need to do. I need to do this first, this second, this third. In that, I don't have to really write down every little thing I need to do to market a house. Now, if you get to a point in your career to where you really have that many things to do, you need to have a person, an assistant, who's right there to divvy it up, or 2 assistants. Anything that needed done, if somebody were to come up to me to this day, hey Justin, I need this done. Hey Justin, you need to call this person, or I need to call that person, even in real estate today, I do it right then and there. The most effective thing that you can do is not wait to do anything. Okay? So important. Do not do tomorrow anything that can be done today. Right? If something comes up and you need to make a phone call, knock it out. You know, it doesn't matter what you're doing. If it's important, you need to take the time, put it on a list, and start stacking it on other things that you need to get done. Just knock it out. Right then and there. Even if you're doing something important, in my opinion. Right? Because you can always go back to that project. Right? But stacking something, especially, this is the most important, things you do not want to do and you want to put off. Oh, those are the most important things to do right away. Right? Right away. Why the energy's there, why the spark is there. Because that item will get put off. If it's on a list, it will get put down, and then that will be the thing that it clogs you up mentally. So all of a sudden you've got all these lists, you're stressed out about this stressful thing you got to do later, but you don't want to do it, but you have to do it, right? You have a cognitive breakdown, okay, or a cognitive jam up, okay? You're overstimulated in your mind, and it's actually making you go backwards. I've seen this time and time again. Hard work does not make you productive. I've seen a lot of people work really hard and stay broke. I've seen a lot of people work really hard, be really stressed out, be really serious, and not be productive in their work environments. Okay? You're overstimulated in your mind, and it's actually making you go backwards. I've seen this time and time again. Hard work does not make you productive. I've seen a lot of people work really hard and stay broke. I've seen a lot of people work really hard, be really stressed out, be really serious, and not be productive in their work environments. Okay? So let's just break this down to something simple. Try not to make lists if you don't have to. It's just cognitive jam up for later. Do not put off for tomorrow what you can do today. Don't take my word for it. Do some research on yourself. Do some research for yourself on how to be more productive, how to be more successful, how to have a more fulfilled life, right? You can use some of my guidelines just to say, even if it's to come back and say, look, Harvard did a study, you're wrong. Lists are great, right? Of course, Harvard or Stanford is where I got this information, so, right? Even if that's what you do with it, I'd rather that you're thinking and doing something to benefit yourself than not. That's all. Don't put off tomorrow what you can get done today. TeamThayer.com. Please subscribe to my channel. Leave a comment in the comment lines below. Am I right? Am I wrong? Especially if you think I'm crazy, because that's the most fun for me to read. Some of your comments have been fun and interesting. Keep it up. I like it. See you next time. TeamThayer.com. Whoa.